Hey guys, the next friend here, and today it's been a while since I made a video because I was practicing for the in-person Clash Royale tournament, which I placed like fourth out of like 50 people, and I played against like really good pros. Which today I'm gonna show all, like not all, but like the best games that I played yesterday. So like yeah, I played like pros against Coco or SD. Like they're the best Greek players ever to touch the game. So like yeah, so basically I had like not a good variety of decks. I had my main deck. I played this one drill, but instead of skeletons, goblins, and this lava hound and splash shot. So like not much, like I couldn't do much, but still I managed to play pretty well in my opinion. And so like the format was like you can get eliminated and go to the losers bracket, and if you play well you can like still come to the normal bracket and win it off. But unfortunately that was not the case for me. So let me find the replay. Okay, so first I played against this guy who didn't know what he was doing at the first place, so I'm just gonna skip that. Then immediately after I played against Oresti. So Oresti is a really good player. He has like 20 wins, like 4 times 20 winners. That's not easy. He has like 100 GCs, top 10, like 137 is his best finish in ladder, and in global tournament it's like 55, so that's pretty good in my opinion. So I'm just gonna watch the replay and explain you all what was going in my mind. So the matchup was like 50-50 in my opinion, but like yeah, I somehow managed to win, even though I almost lost at some point. But yeah, so I'm just gonna skip a bit. So he goes for a monkey in the back. I placed my phoenix to counter that. So then I was just waiting for him to like show me what deck he's playing. At this point I didn't know, but then when I saw the Zappies I knew. So I was like, I'm just gonna immediately barber kill those Zappies, which will be really annoying later on. He does a really bad ability in my opinion, and I did a really bad lumberjack in my opinion, which I was forced to tornado. I was low on elixir, so like I just dealt with that graveyard plus barbarrel with a dark prince. And here like I was like, I just lost. I can't really do much since he took a half of my tower. He has a really good advantage, and like I was like just dead. So like I'm just gonna pump up and barbarrel those Zappies, and I could do the elixir collector on like back of the full HP tower, but I was like, he has graveyard, so this is the best placement to place against the graveyard. And then here I was pretty confident with my golem since I knew he's out of his poison, so I went for a golem over here. And this, I was like, if I don't take the tower in this push I basically lost, and I wasn't really confident since we both had like the same elixir, and like you can easily get back to another poison. So like here the Electro Dragon is a key card in this deck honestly. So I Electro Dragon, and I knew he can't really kill it with like a good way except like poison Phoenix. And I had my tornado ready for that Phoenix. Like unfortunately I did have the elixir to place it, but that's not a big deal since my Electro Dragon still was alive. And here I was like, I'm just gonna pump up again. Did I? Wait, let me know. Yeah, I Phoenix actually to defend. Then I predicted his monk and defended the graveyard over here. And I had like pretty awkward position over here, so I was like, I basically lost. Like he's like 2 poison off. Then I goldened at the bridge, and I was like, he's out of poison, and he just has a good way to kill my airfield. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna push it all in now, and I should take the game. If not, I just lost. And I know he is low on elixir, so I just pressured him. Even though he poisoned, the poison couldn't really do much since like all the troops were at the tower. So like that was a really close game in my opinion that I almost lost. So GG's to Arresty once again. And then okay, I lost to this game because I played horribly over here. I was just giving him value with the Executioner Tornado on the tower. And then this game was also interesting to watch, even though I think it's my matchup over here, but still I'm gonna just show the replay and how it went. So basically he was playing Drill, Mighty Miner, Earthquake. I think that was meant to snipe my Golem deck, which fortunately I didn't play. And I just went for what it's called again, the Dragon Split in the back like he did with the Goblins. And I went for a Phoenix, counter his Mighty Miner, and the Skeleton King to counter his Drill. So from here I was like, I'm just gonna ignore the Mighty Miner since he really isn't a big threat to the Skeleton King, so I ignored that. And then I went for a Tombstone. I thought he didn't have like Earthquake. Then he just surprised me with an Earthquake, and I was like, that's an interesting deck in my opinion. So like then I just went with the Lava Hound in the back, knowing now what deck he has, like Executioner, Nado, Drill, Cycle. Then I had my Flying Machine ready to snipe his Executioner, but he placed it like really nice in the back, so I was like, okay, this is gonna be hard. Then I went with the Miner in the back, knowing he was Mighty Miner, and unfortunately for me, he didn't like get the Miner with the Mighty Miner, so that's why the Executioner was really low, like coming now towards my tower. So I was like, I'm pretty good now. I just need to defend and like push like this, and I think I should win the game over here if he messes up. So like here I could go with my Tombstone, but I didn't because I knew he has like Earthquake to counter that. So I just went with the Phoenix in the back, and he went for a bad Drill in my opinion. And I went after with a bad like Skeleton King. So like I was here, he's gonna counter that with Execution, so I can like easily go for a Lava Hound, but I decided to snipe that Executioner, and feeling that Flying Machine on Phoenix was like really clutch for him, but still the Phoenix respawned, and here I like he kinda messed up over here in my opinion, or I just played really well. Like I forced out the Earthquake, and now I can just like Tombstone and counter his Mighty Miner, which he was forced to because of that Phoenix. And then I was like pretty confident going in this push, so I was like, I'm just gonna Skeleton King in the back to like make him mess up a bit. And here I tried to snipe the Executioner, but it didn't work out, like it was a misplaced diving. But I forced out a Mighty Miner, I activated the ability there, and I think that Lava Hound might do that, but I don't really know. And then I was pushing the other lane since I knew that he's out of that Executioner, and here I was looking pretty confident. I was like, I'm just gonna push her all in over here since he doesn't have much elixir for the Executioner. And he placed a really good Executioner in my opinion and defended that really well. So like, yeah, and here at this point of the game I was like, okay, I think I might have lost for her because he's defending really well. So then I just went Skelly Drags and Skeleton King to counter the Drill, and over here I went for a Lava on the back since the Executioner, and I can really snipe that only by one. So here, this was a really scary push in my opinion, but I somehow managed to defend, and that Tombstone like died up straight like as I placed it, and this looked really scary at one point, and I was like, okay, I basically lost over here. Then I pressured with a Skeleton in the other lane, knowing he won't be able to do much because he plays Execution on the other lane, and here like he again defended that pretty well, and I was like, okay. But luckily for me, that Flying Machine got really a good amount of damage, and I defended again the Drill with nothing on the ground, so I dealt some good amount of damage. I went to snipe that Executioner with the Miner, but he didn't like actually kill the flying machine this time, so he cycled back to another executioner, and over here like that knockback I think basically helped him to win the game with that skelly drag splashing on the tower. So this got really close in my opinion, and it was a really good game. So again, GG's to Oresti, and this is how I knocked him out from like the how it's called again. Yeah, just knocked him out and sent him to the losers bracket, which then I played against Kokop, and I lost over here because like it's not my matchup at all. He has a Mother Witch over there, so I can't really do much. And then okay, I can say this was my matchup over here, but I'm just gonna show the game because why not? And like Kokop is a really good player as well, like as you can see from his badges. And I have played against him like in Gameathlon. I think I have posted a video of it in Gameathlon 2020, like 3 years ago in winter. I have played against him and I have won. Like using Golem. Golem is my like way to go there, no matter the situation. So here he counters off my barber with his own. And we were both. He was deciding to wait, but I didn't want to wait since I had Elixir Collector. So like I went with a Dark Prince on the left, and he went with a Golden Knight on the right. And here I was like, okay, he's gonna push me, and this is not gonna look good, honestly. So I was like, select Collector, and I was like, okay, that ability was bad. So this gave me the opportunity to Collector, and I was looking good. So he went with the flying machine, which isn't a really big threat for me. I can just Phoenix that, and here I took a good amount of damage, but I really needed that king and that elixir to save from my golem push. And over here I was pretty confident, knowing he doesn't have any counter to my elixir collector, and I can like basically win this game if I don't mess up. And he goes here for a bar barrel. I could have went for a golem, but I needed to pump up more since I knew he doesn't have any spell to counter my elixir collector. Then I went for another pump over here in the back, knowing no matter what he throws at me, I can just defend it off with a dark prince. So I went for a dark prince over here, and the recruits I ignored because I had that king, which really helped me out. And the flying mission I just countered all with a phoenix. And here like it was pretty much GG's. Even though my both towers are low, I can really easily win the game. Like look at my elixir and look at his. And here he went for a hog. I was like, I'm just gonna barbell. I know he can't really take my tower anyway possible. So here I was like pretty confident going in this push, and I spammed with everything I got over here. So like it was pretty much GG's from here. Like you can't really do much because that electric dragon is a big threat for him. And I went for another golem over here because I knew I had a lot of elixir on him, and like he was basically like trying his best to defend it. He really couldn't because of the pressure I had. And he was like spamming me the well played. Now I don't know if he really meant that or he just was saying that sarcastically because of my no skill deck. But yeah, it was GG from here. Again, good game to all of my opponents I played yesterday off. So yeah, let me show you like Kokop profile real quick. Like he's not a guy to sleep on. Like he's one of the best in Greek. Yeah, like that's a really good profile in my opinion. And yeah, and now I'm gonna show a game. No, these games weren't like really something to watch in my opinion. They were really easy to win. And this E-Giant game was interesting, but like what happened, let me just show you on like 4 speed, because like it's not something you should sit there and watch, even though it was interesting. But the main point of him losing is like he lightning aggressively got Phoenix, which was like what he cost him the game. and yeah, that like made me build up some good amount of elixir advantage till the end, and I basically won. And now here, this game was kind of interesting, and I'm gonna show this against Oresti. I went to the losers bracket, losing to Kokop, and I played against Oresti again, even though he like was in the loser bracket and there were more players as well, but I somehow faced him again, so that was unfortunate. And here I didn't really know what he was playing. I saw the lumberjack and I was like still thinking what he was playing, and basically what he did, he like copied my deck, and he thought I'm gonna play golem again, which luckily I didn't, because I think he might have outplayed me. But now I was like thinking what to do, so I just went for a pressure opposite lane, and his mistake over here is like he shouldn't have ignored that. He should have defended that, or at least the biggest mistake in my opinion he did was golem first play without like having a elixir collector. So here I just went for a tombstone, knowing I can easily defend it off, but he somehow managed to do some good amount of damage. I just went for a defensive poison, and here I thought I'm gonna lose the tower, so that barbell wasn't really bad, I can say. But luckily I didn't lose the tower over here, even though it's like 2/3 like was gone, but I defended it off. And here like he pressured me with a dark one, but I just defended off with a skeleton king. And from here I was like, I can like easily defend it off, even though if he pumps I can just like put tombstone, like poison the defending the counter push he's gonna make, and that can be easily gained. So the game just plays off how I said it. Like I'm just gonna put it on double speed to show what happened. So basically he goes for another golem over. I just go for ice in the back, and I was fully prepared for another good defense. Goes for a electro dragon, and luckily the ice user and big down splash, and over here there was a really good push to defend, and it all died off though, so like not a big threat, but still he can like easily push again. And I was again ready for another defense, even though there are only 30 seconds left, but I was still ready if he pushes. So he goes for a golem at the bridge, and I can just poison that off. Like that electric dragon is the biggest threat, and the other stuff aren't that big of a threat. And here I just defended till the last second of the game, and it was pretty much easy. Now here I just needed like another win to knock off Oresti again from the losers bracket, but I kinda choked over. So let me show you what happened basically. So over here, like I was playing my drill deck. I think I should have played golem, and I would have won that like for sure. Wait, oops. So here I played this drill deck, which I played in the 20-win challenge, and like the game was going really good for me, but I'm just gonna show you one mistake that I did, which really costed me the tournament, or else I think I would have gotten like even better. I got like 4th. So I think if I didn't make this misplay over here, I think I will have won basically. And I think I don't really know whose matchup is this, but if I had to guess, it's like his matchup, since he has a really good defense and I don't have a good counter for the graveyard. So over here I was defending pretty well his graveyards and all that stuff, and one misplay which really costed me is like the next graveyard. Like let me show you what I mean. So here he goes for a good snowball which like killed my executioner, and here I was panicking since he had like pressure on both lanes, and I went for a golden knight, blocked that cannon off, and he went for an arrows and snowball on the goblins, and I decided to ignore those skeletons, which basically took all that damage. And over there from now on I was just panicking at this point and like really throw the game off, even though I played really well. Like 4 minutes in, the last minute I just screwed up and lost with this. So yeah, GG to Oresti, which ended up knocking me off from the losers bracket, unfortunately. And that was pretty much it. As you guys can see all the games. So yeah, again, GG's to everyone I played against yesterday, and again, check out my Twitter at DanielKazi2, and that's gonna be it for today's video.